welcome to the Hot Rods and Hand Grenades podcast, hosted by Explosive Customs. Today, we've got a shorter podcast, but a special one. Our guest today, Guido Salin, pretty much the brains of the operation for Heroes, Hogs, and Hot Rods car show. It's a show that we help out with, as well as pretty much every other business in this town, and some outside of town.
And out of state.
It's a big event, and what do you think?
Well, you know me, I'm stressed. I always am.
We're getting close.
Two
Sundays.
2 Sundays from, what is the date? May 18th, 2 Sundays away. So yeah, stress levels are getting tougher.
That's okay. It's always worth it the morning of.
Yes. Or, well, 5 o'clock with that cigar from Big Fellas.
Yeah.
It's always worth it there.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'll be asleep in one of those chairs outside the trailer. So, I guess we might as well get right into it and talk about the event. There's more than just a car show. It's great for the whole family. Family, friends, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, neighbor.
Kids.
Your kids, neighbors' kids, cousins' kids. Doesn't matter. Bring them all.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a beanbag tournament, barbecue cook-off, which we're hoping we can judge, but we probably won't have time. The resource fair for the veterans, Air Force simulator, which we need to try to get into again.
I'm going to try to sneak away and try that out.
Yeah, got to try that. Veterans Garage, bringing out the cars for the kids to climb on, take photos.
By cars, he's talking about they've got antique military vehicles, and they've all been restored, and they're all, pretty much fully functioning vehicles. Everything's there. Some of them have replicas of guns on them, and, jerry cans, and the ambulance is all set up with medical equipment and gurneys and all sorts of stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really recommend people looking at the ambulance, because
they're all pieces of history.
It's the history, and they found every person has ever served on an ambulance and had them sign the back door, which is the coolest thing about that ambulance.
That specific vehicle, the unit that was in charge of that vehicle, that got to use that vehicle, and everybody, one by one, they tracked them down and got them to sign the door.
Yeah, that's definitely picture worthy in my eyes. That's
absolutely
cool history. What else? Strongman competition. That's always fun to watch. They got the F650 built by Explosive Customs that the guys are pulling. Hopefully a box truck that the women will be pulling. And if you see the size of these vehicles, it's pretty impressive, because I'm not pulling that.
Oh, it's impressive. A couple of the guys came out for some test pulls here at the shop to pull that truck. And, they did a couple of lifts, too. They were deadlifting a pickup truck out front here. And, they're like, hey, you want to give it a try? I'm like, no, I'll let you guys do that. I got to work Monday morning, and,
Yeah. What else we got out there? Craft vendors. 4 musical acts. 3 with an acoustic to start the day. The coffee shop. I can't remember her name ever. The Well.
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be open all day. Yanni's for breakfast. PJ's ice cream. Can't go wrong there with PJ's. And then obviously all the food vendors on the strip themselves. 4 food vendors. Can never remember who. Barbecue, Bennett Curtis, I believe a taco, and then the subs.
Peppo's.
Yep. Peppo's will be there with 4 times the amount of food.
Yeah, I think last year it was a last-second deal to get them in. They filled a spot because I think a vendor backed out. And then I know Bobby asked me how many people we thought we were going to have at the event. I took a wild guess. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, he's sold out twice.
Yeah. So they drove back to the store and restocked. Well, they ran a vehicle out there and restocked, brought everything back, and then they sold out again.
Yeah, so
so
that's a good day.
He had a line nonstop.
And then, obviously, Big Fella's Cigar Lounge, our favorite place. Them 2 guys are, if you're into cigars, definitely check that one out.
That's it. Look them up, check them out, book them for an event. They do weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, whatever. If you want cigars, they got them. The trailer is set up so cool. Inside lounge, outside back gate folds down. It's like a little deck with a high top table, and it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we're missing things. There's so much going on that day. So
Yeah.
much for everybody.
Yeah, we're definitely not giving you guys all the information, but there's a lot going on, more than we can even keep up with, and I promise you it's a good time for the whole family.
Yeah, definitely.
So, obviously, I mean, we promote this like crazy. We do everything we can to try to help, but we're just one small piece of the puzzle. The whole event, I mean, you and I are both on the board. There's a very large board of people, and each representative that shows up has an entire team behind each one of them. But on our end for the car show, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And, I mean, we're honored to be involved, but you were actually the one that got the first phone call. And how'd that go?
Well, my buddy Ray reached out to me saying that he put my name out there to a lady named Cindy from Manteno. Does a car show, but does the event, and they need someone to do the car show because me and my wife did the benefit shows for people in need, like a premature baby back in the day, firefighter that got hit on his motorcycle, paralyzed. So we did a lot of benefit shows, kind of fell off. Just got busy. Work, kids in sports, kind of, life does that to you.
Yes, it does.
So I reached out to Cindy on Facebook. She asked me to contact her. Talked to her for a few minutes, told her really not interested. And she's like, well, can you just call Natalie? She's big on the board. Showing her a Steamy Hollow. Talk to her. I said, I'll give her 5 minutes of my time after work. But, I mean, we're just too busy. So I called Natalie. That 5-minute conversation turned into about a half hour. It's hard to say no when it involves veterans.
Oh, absolutely.
I told them, hearing what it was all about. I said, I'm not going to tell you a full no. I said, I'm just really busy. Let me talk to my wife, Lo. She is she's the heart and soul behind it. I'm the social media guru, stress guy. She actually has to deal with me all year long. There's no break. Once it ends, I'm already planning for next year. But I told her, let me talk to Lo. Let me talk to my buddy Nick at Explosive. He's got the crew I'll need to help judge, help set things up. And hung up with her, called Lo, told her the deal. She's like, we're in. I'm like, well, hold on. We're not fully in. I called Nick, told Nick, hey, I got this veteran benefit show in Manteno that they want us to run the car show. And Nick was like, we're in. I said, I haven't got into the details. He's like, doesn't matter.
I wasn't going to say no to any of that. There's no way.
Told me I said enough. And here we are, year 3.
Yep, this is year 3 for us. The first 2 years, I mean, I know the first year after we hung up, when you asked if I wanted to help out, I said absolutely. And I'm like, all right, when is it? And you said, you're like, oh, we got I think we had 9 weeks to plan. And so you had told me the situation before. The people that were running it before weren't able to do it anymore. And we didn't know what resources they had, who was already involved, how they ran it, what to expect. So I just kind of said, all right, well, what kind of car shows do we go to that we enjoy being at? What works? What have you been at that works? And we hung up the phone, and that was it. I mean, we all went to work here trying to figure out what to do. Started promoting it, making phone calls, seeing if people would come out. And I remember leading all the way up to... I was nervous that year, I will say. I was stressed out. I was nervous. So you weren't alone. But I remember pulling in the morning, and we brought a bunch of cars out, and we got everything all set up. And I remember seeing just the non-stop line of cars that were coming in that morning, and I looked at you and I said, dude, we did it. We're good. It's going to be a good day.
Yeah, the first year we rolled in at 8. Supposed to be there 7:30, but we're always behind. Cody was on time.
I think Cody was there before everybody.
But rolling in at 8 o'clock with a 9 o'clock registration, seeing 15 vehicles already parked up, kind of pulled stress away because you're like, it's not even start time, and we're already got And at that point, Manteno had blocked off the first parking lot, and we told him that's not going to work. We're supposed to have both. And I'm glad we did because we ended up with 110 cars, 115 first year. We ran out of room. We reached out to Eric and them, and Eric reached out to town, said corn silos over there in the grass are open if you got to park cars. And I think we put 25, 30 cars over there.
I think so. A lot of people that showed up there, I think, though, they were in after registration, but we weren't going to turn people away. So I know we filled that up as well. Yeah, that was interesting. And I didn't realize how full it got over there until judging.
Yeah.
And I thought I was done with my section. I looked across the street and I'm like, oh, that's mine too. Oh.
Yeah, that got filled quick. So year one ended. Honestly, didn't feel we did enough because we were never told how the first 4 years went. Handed them the money we raised, and yeah, they said that we had quadrupled the full amount from the previous 4 years in our first try. And I mean, that was a huge weight off our shoulders. So it's felt good.
Yeah.
But, me and you were to go big or go home, so year 2 is going to be better.
Yeah.
And
so we got the plan early on that one.
Full year.
Yep, that was good. And I know you put together a lot of I think you had a lot of sponsors together, like before we officially even met as a board for the whole event.
First year we did I think we just had raffle prizes. Second year,
I think so, but year 2 you were like, all right, we need to get our stuff together right away. And
yeah, year 2, Anthony and Zach. Anthony runs Kankakee Cruise Nights, and Zach from St. Anne. When I reached out to them, they said go for cash sponsors because you can get better. We love the raffle prizes, but it just like we had 92 door prizes, and trying to call that many people's names and try to get prizes out all day, it became so hard. So we asked for $100 donations from companies, and we put together bigger raffles, better raffles. Last year we did the gun safe, which was a huge hit. We got another one this year that's a lot more custom.
We got a little paint work to do.
Yeah,
we're coming down to the wire, but we'll get it done.
Yes, yeah. Toolboxes we did last year, the mailboxes, and the one guy that won actually came back to you, had you paint their last name on it. So that was cool to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year a lot more expensive goodie bag prizes. So we're trying to build some really cool goodie bag prizes.
I know year 1 when we did our presentation and dealing with awards, calling out prizes, things like that. They had a hard time hearing us. I mean, we brought that speaker out, had that set up, and because it was a larger event than we planned on it even being, that was one of the complaints, is that people weren't able to hear us.
Yeah.
So I know year 2 awards and prizes and calling out everything we had to call out, that worked out a lot better. And then all of us having radios on at least too, so we know where everybody's at. We can
that was huge.
get everybody where they got to be. But awards went smooth. I mean, year 1 we had a couple complaints and we sorted through them, and I mean we quickly had solutions to that stuff, and most of the stuff that we heard we could improve on, we had already kind of thought of most of that as the day was going on. Year 2, I don't think I got any negative feedback from anybody, and I don't know about you, but
no. The only negative thing was the start of the day with the like every other car show, someone was trying to pre-register on our Facebook page, messaging people, and had to let them know it was a scam. So if you got this far in, we do not do pre-registration.
Yes, if anybody has reached out to you asking for money to pre-register for the show, it's only the day of. You register at the show, at the counter with one of us, and you get your slip and your information, and that is it. So don't give anybody money. It may happen again this year. I don't know if we're going to get a a spam page or anything. I was actually kind of flattered that happened, though, because that means that we were doing something right.
Yeah, we're doing something right for sure with that. That was great.
So year 2, we were pretty full. We ran out of room again.
Yeah, year 2, they gave us the entire street this time, not just 2 parking lots. We told them,
half of Main Street at least.
yeah, we told them it'd be more than enough, and year two was a struggle because we found out Thursday that they were calling for a thunderstorm, pretty bad on Saturday, and we didn't have a rain date, so we reached out, kind of talked to everyone, and got a Zoom meeting. Every group was checking if they could do Sunday. Me and Nick said we really couldn't. I don't remember what most of our group had. I know your wife had to work. She couldn't get off work that late. So we kind of said that we couldn't do the change on Sunday. And then Friday morning about 10 a.m., I wake up or see all the text about strongman's in for Sunday, vendors are in for Sunday, food vendors are in for Sunday, bands are in for Sunday, and I'm like, oh God. So I text Nick and I'm like, hey bro, like everyone's in for Sunday. We got to kind of sit down and talk. And before Nick responds to me, he sends a text to the group, car show's in for Sunday. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, we're in for Sunday.
What are we going to do? Everybody else is going, let's go.
Yeah, we did a 24-hour change, blasted on social media, the radio stations jumped in. I want to say in 2 hours, it said on Facebook, it reached 25,000 people in 2 hours. And, I told Nick, I don't feel good about this last minute change. And Sunday came, and I remember cars coming in little by little, and then like 9:15 hit, and like 30-something cars rolled in together at once. And next thing you know, the women were going crazy registering cars, and I looked at Lauren, and she's like, we're over 200 cars. We need more space. And I'm like, what? So, and this is after we told people, you can park in the grass because we won't need that this year. So now we're, on the microphones asking silver Nissan truck to move, please.
Well, I think a few of the vehicles over there were like ours, people working the car show anyway,
Yeah.
so at least we were able to move a bunch of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know there were a few stragglers. And then we filled that up, and then I think the cars stopped coming and arriving about the time we filled up the grain silo parking area.
Yeah.
Once the grass was full there, I think that was finally it, because I think registration was over. I did get clearance from the village to use Legacy Park across the street from that as well. So if we would have needed that, we would have had it. But it was good.
Yeah, 219 cars registered second year. The funny part is me and you made our goal. We had a 3-year goal of what amount we wanted to hit. Everyone said we were crazy. That's probably our 5th year, and we surpassed our 5th-year goal and our 3rd-year goal in season 2.
Yep.
And we counted it up, gave it to Eric. He was mind-blowing. Eric's always mind-blowing. It don't take much, I don't think, to mind-blow Eric, I'm starting to see. But, we did do a lot.
He's just extremely thankful for everything all the time. So it's nice when you can do something for somebody that's, appreciative. And his whole organization in general, that's all that's about, is just giving back. So he's taking care of the veterans, and we're doing the best we can to help him make that happen.
Doing the best we can. It's it ain't just our sponsors; it's everyone that shows up with their cars. We appreciate everyone. Even we got guys that won't go to car shows that come to ours just to donate $20.
And then they judge. They help us judge.
They have helped us judge. we needed judges bad last year. This year we should be good.
I think we got it handled now.
We added some judges. It does suck. We did hear, we did lose a veteran that day. They found out that a veteran did take their life. So even when we're raising the money we can be, we don't feel like it's enough. And I know we're helping, but we need more people to be out here supportive. We really do. We need more support. We need to do what we can. As these veterans fought for us. We need to fight for them.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to reach out. You have so many people that care about you.
We always want to keep things interesting. We always want to keep things, exciting at the events. celebrities help with that type of stuff.
They do.
Last year, I know you reached out to me. You asked what I thought if you thought he would come out. I said reach out to him and see what he thinks. And you got Heath to show up. So Heath Moore from Texas Metal, Heath Moore Interiors. He came out with his wife and his daughter. They came up to hang out for the whole weekend. And, we showed him around this little town and took him to get some pizza. Being up here in the Chicagoland area, we got the best pizza, hands down.
Hands down.
Not even up for discussion.
He even said it.
So that was a good time. It was great to see that there were a lot of people that recognized him. A lot of people wanted to hang out with him. And he took time to talk with everybody that came up to him to say hi or compliment his work or, anything. And at the same time, too, it was cool to see that everybody was respectful. People came up, they talked to him. It wasn't like they had to fight people off or anything like that, but they got to walk around just like everybody else, enjoy the show, enjoy the event, listen to music, eat food, look at the craft fair, check out some cars, and have family time together too, which was awesome. So even for them, it was a family fun event. They got to be together and enjoy it. So much so that he's coming back again.
Coming back. That was funny because I asked you about that, and you were like, "Yeah, he's down to earth. Give it, hit him up, see what he says." And here I am, Facebook messaging Heath Moore like, "Hey, bro, we got this veteran car show. Love to fly you out. Would you be interested?" Thinking it's just gonna, Heath Moore read it, and that'd be about it. And message pop up, "Bro, call me." Phone number in there. I'm like, "Call Heath Moore." What? Felt like a kid in a candy store. But
he's just a guy that does cool work.
He is.
Gets to sit in front of a camera for it.
You get to meet these guys. I mean, I do got to bring up the story, though. He did message me asking if we knew that Rad Rise by Troy was in Manteno. Like, how big is Manteno? Can we get over there so I can meet Rad Rise by Troy? And I was like, dude, Manteno's not that big. He's right across the street from where we're going to be at. So me and Nick reached out to Casey, a good friend of ours at Troy's shop, and Casey says, "Hell yeah, man, Troy's in." And watching Troy, Heath us, it's like you're on TV, like you're big time. And seeing the look on Heath's face when Troy came around the corner is probably what I looked like when Nick got us to see him at SEMA. It's just fun to watch. Like they're like us. I mean, people don't realize that.
Troy, I don't know, what did they, we hung around at the shop over there for what, like 2 hours?
Yeah.
2.5 hours, something like that. And they talked about everything, cars and interiors and fabrication. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Heath does a lot more than just interior work, and he's good at all of it. But they talked for quite a while, and I mean, Rad Rides is one of our sponsors. Troy's a great guy. This town especially, Troy's heavily involved with Manteno, the community, sports teams, everything like that. I know he's never missed a game for his kids, anything. He's just Troy here in town to, everybody that grew up here. For us, I know it was a big thing when we moved to town and, getting to be down the street. And the fact that those guys will even take the time to have a conversation with us is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he talks to you at the gas station for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You don't
that's everybody.
Yeah, you don't get that.
It's just,
it's amazing. I love it.
Small towns.
But yeah, Heath is coming back. He is building the best terror trophy again. So I'm excited for that because last year's was cool, and he said he's going to top it, and I believe it.
This.
Yeah, I believe it.
Cool.
He does great work. So excited for that.
So with him being up here and giving out the awards, or at least Best Interior Award, he's going to take some time, hang out with everybody. I know he even had a couple questions we were messaging the other day, and he talked about a little bit of what we got going on for the event and everything. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I know most of the sponsors we got up there, but where are we at with that?
What do you mean?
Well, as far as sponsors go, I mean, it looks like we've got a lot of local companies. There's a lot of local names up there. Some of them are in town here. Some of them are, within the county.
Yeah, a lot of returning guys from last year, which we appreciate more than ever.
Yeah, a lot of familiar names.
Anytime you get someone back, it's amazing. We do got a couple new ones. Unfortunately, I can't go through all 38, but check out our Facebook page, Heroes, Hogs, and Hot Rods Car Show. I post every single vendor. Unfortunately, I got mentioning disabled, so I can't tag any of them. I can't figure out why, but I post every single one of them. We got a lot of T-shirt style ones, koozie making ones, cup making ones. Summit's back. Wolfpack's donating a $200 book bag. Nine Photography's got a $200 gift card. A lot of car wash companies, like best car wash guys in the area. Tow truck companies. A couple of real estate companies donating baskets, donating cash prizes for things. So
VRS is our main sponsor this year, right?
Yes. Yeah. VRS is our main one. VRS Realty. They started Kankakee County. They're moving on to Will County. They are the largest real estate company in the area, and probably going to take over Will County and Cook soon.
I'm seeing their signs everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And they have one of the coolest old school pickups I've ever seen. I about hit the curb checking it out the first time I saw it. Tried to buy it. He laughed at me. That ain't going nowhere, he said, and I understand why.
First time I saw it out in front of their office driving into work, I'm coming down 50, and I had to turn around and go back and pull through the parking lot and look at it again because it's definitely cool. It's got the right stance. The wheels look cool. And it's doing its job because people are reading the name on the door and noticing where it's sitting. So it got my attention.
Yeah, definitely. They're our main one. They did do event sponsors every event. It was like a $1,500 donation. So they ended up doing the car show because he's a car guy. Explosive, Nick and Kyle and Christian, them over here at the shop. Trophy building, raffle prize painting. I can't even think of everything, you guys. There's more than just that. But Powder Coat and Creation jumped on board. Nick got him on board. They're neighbors over here. He's sandblasting everything we need sandblasted. He's powder coating stuff, dog tags.
Yeah, he's doing some laser engraving. A lot of powder coat work for us. If we had to pay for that type of work,
I don't even want to add that
it'd
up.
be insane. So, Colin, thank you.
Yeah, between that and the paint work you guys are doing, the trophy building, Kyle built some insane trophies.
Yeah,
he built a lot of our elite ones last year. He built our best ofs. Best of show went to a guy with a Camaro that he said he's probably got 10 best of show trophies, and this is by far his favorite. And it was cool. It was a giant diamond.
That was. Yeah. Did you feel that? The thing was heavy too.
It was heavy, and it was gorgeous. I'm not a trophy guy whatsoever, but if I won that, I would actually display that.
Tell Kyle to build you one and put it on the mantle at
your
house.
No, we can't do that.
Come on.
You got to win one. But Kyle reached out to me. He's super stoked this year. He said he's going to top last year. I believe it.
Oh, and I'm sure, yeah. I've tried to stay out of his way on that. I'm just letting him run with it.
Yeah. Christian's been doing, you and Christian been knocking out paint work. Everything's getting lined up for designs now.
Yep.
We don't have as many raffle prizes, but we got some cooler ones.
Yep. Well, combining the raffle with John as well.
Yes.
That's gonna be cool. So that's gonna kind of get everything in one location, and it's gonna give us a lot more. There'll be a lot more to look at. Again, something for everybody. We're kind of gonna be in a better spot for all the raffles. There's usually a huge crowd right at the north end of the car show anyways, with the strongman competition going on. So standing there, people are going to be looking at some cool stuff. Tables will be full. There'll be a line, I'm sure.
Yeah. Gun safe will be cool. We got some electric mini bikes, I think it was. 2 of them donated.
Okay.
Trying to win those, but we'll see. I know last year we had the bomber seats.
Black Sheep Studio did some hand-riveted, hand-crafted aluminum bomber seats. And I want to say Jerry told me there's something like 700 rivets in that pair of seats that he did. And they were gorgeous. So,
yeah.
And then he said he's got something big up his sleeve this year for his artwork again. So, and that's exactly what those seats are. They're artwork. It's tough to even figure out what you want to put them in. You almost don't want to sit in them because you don't want to screw them up.
I don't know. I bought $50 worth of raffle tickets just for those last year, and told the wife if we win them, we're getting a rat rod.
Got to build a car around it.
Got to build a car. Unfortunately, I didn't win. I about cried when I watched him walk away in somebody else's arms. But I know Canaryville's building a flag again. That flag was a huge hit. I can't even describe this flag, but when you come out and see it, you're gonna want tickets.
That thing was like 6 feet long.
Yeah, and it was heavy. It really looked like a waving American flag. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We're hoping for, we got Armin's metalworking. We're hoping he's been working on a truck, but he's been busy at work. But he's got a unique truck up his sleeve that I don't even want to spoil it. I'm just hoping it's there, because if it is there, you will know it's there.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna miss it. No way.
So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. As far as trophies too, we did up in a couple more trophies this year. Instead of a top 25, we went top 40.
Mm-hmm.
Kids' choice. I'm gonna let everyone know now. We're doing a kids' choice. Kids get a Hot Wheel for voting. I'm not racing around yelling at kids, because a couple moms looked at me like I was trying to kidnap them last year, and we're not doing that again. I'm out of breath after running, chasing down a kid. Doesn't look good. So, yeah, kids' choice. Best of show. Club participation, that's another big one. I want to say, and don't quote me, but I want to say it was the Misfits last year that took it. And the way they're talking, bring your club out, because they're going to take it again, they're saying.
And that's something we're really hoping for. We have a lot more room this year. We got all of Main Street in Manteno, from the north sign to the south sign, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get here if you've never seen this little town. There's two big archways at the north and south end of the downtown strip on Main Street, and we get all of it for the car show. So I'm guessing we've got room. When you and me went out there and took the walk, we're probably in the ballpark of 400 or more. Between 400 and 500 cars, depending on how we stack them in. So come on out, bring everybody, bring your cars, bring your motorcycles, bring your golf carts. There's a ton of golf carts here in town. Got some awards for them. You know, the motorcycles, I mean, I like seeing that that's growing every year. Yeah. The guys over at Shy South, I believe they're going to do all the judging on the bikes this year for us. As well as they'll be showing their new line that they're doing. They've got a merch line and clothing and stuff like that they're coming out with, a bunch of apparel and a bunch of knickknacks and goodies that you can buy on their website. But I think they're going to have a lot of that stuff out here on display, and they'll be selling some of that as well. But those guys will be doing the judging. I hope they're bringing some bikes.
Yeah, definitely. They got some cool builds over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully they get some of her customers out here with their bikes, because we do. I mean, like you said, it's growing, but we definitely. I was, get like 25, 30 bikes would be huge.
Yeah,
I think
we got the room for it. So.
I think we had about 10 to 12 last year. Even golf carts, we ended up with like 7, 8 golf carts, which, I mean, in Manteno, there's like 100,000 golf carts riding around every day.
Yeah.
Especially the H2. Whoever's got the H2, if you're listening, we want it. We want it there.
Yeah, bring that thing out, because I got to get a better look at it. It's pretty cool. So, I mean, I think that pretty much covers most of it. You got anything else you want to add?
I do want to do a couple more shout outs.
Okay.
I can't shout out all of our sponsors, but our big three I mentioned. We did mention a couple in between, but I do have to throw a shout out to Richard at Manteno Cruise Night, Nicole and Zach, and I say Nicole first because we know she runs it, but at St. Anne Cruise Night, and then actually Anthony at Kinky Cruise Night at Cruising the Square. They're huge for us. They share so much on their social media page, and we can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
And if you haven't checked out their cruise nights, you definitely got to get out to them, because we've been to all of them, and they are a blast. They are a great time.
St. Anne's got a great spot.
Yeah.
You come pulling in, and I mean, that whole park is usually pretty full. And he's starting to draw a crowd from all over the place. I mean, it's really starting to build up. And Kankakee's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I know Anthony said that Kankakee is on board. They said as big as it ends up being, they will continue to make more room. They'll block off more streets. They'll clear more parking lots. and they'll let him make it as big as he wants to make it. As long as everybody's respectful, obviously everything's got to stay, can't turn into a burnout fest or anything like that. But
Yeah, don't do our shows either. No burnouts
No.
when you're leaving.
no, that's a big one. We'll definitely, we like being welcome back. The village is always excited to do this show. A lot of the businesses in town, I mean, I'll go to the gas station and talk to people that know that we help with the show, and I've had a lot of people ask if we're doing it again this year. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing this till they don't ask us to help anymore.
Yeah.
So, but everybody likes it. Everybody enjoys it. It's a good time. The sponsorships get better and better. The sponsors getting involved get better and better. More businesses, more local, even just, it doesn't matter what the sponsorship is. I mean, some people donate something small. Some people donate, money or, large items or multiple items or entire gift baskets or, detail kits or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. We're appreciative of all of it. We're thankful that everybody gets involved, and we're definitely thankful and we're proud to see that an event for such a good cause like this is growing at the rate that it's growing every year. I'm honored to be involved.
Oh, definitely. It's amazing. It's a great thing to be part of. We see it all. The veterans that come out. Bill from Veterans Home, he comes out. He picks his Veterans Choice. The mayor of the Veterans Home. We love that guy. He is Bill's something else. Yanni's. You got to mention Yanni's. I know a bunch of us car guys. You know how we do. You got a car show that day. You get in the car. You meet for breakfast. You roll out. Yanni's Cafe on the street will be open. They will have outside seating in front of their restaurant. They are donating a percentage of all the proceeds that day. So instead of meeting up with your car guys, meet up there, grab some breakfast, grab some coffee from the well.
That's been my Sunday morning breakfast spot for like the last 2.5 months now.
Yeah.
So pretty much every week I'm in there. Every Sunday morning.
It's delicious.
They got great food.
Yeah.
And they're fast.
Very fast. Yeah. Great food, great service,
Yep.
Great people. And it's a small town. You get to, everyone knows everyone. So if you're a stranger like us, they want to talk to us, want to know who we are.
Yep.
And then they see the car outside and they're like, hey, whose car? Let's talk.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Cars and food and music really do a good job of bringing people together. And this event's got all of it. So, and then some.
Yeah. June 1st. 9 to 1 registration. Awards at 4. And then music after.
I would like to kind of see, I know what I'd like to see for the event, but what's your future goal for it?
Man, future goal would be to, obviously I want that street filled. I think last year we were over, as an entire organization, we were over 30,000. People don't realize that, like when we say we made 30 grand, we didn't raise 30 grand. We raised 30 grand, but this event costs 15, 16, 17,000. I mean, obviously prices are going up. So you rent all the porta potties, you get stuff like that. You got to rent the park, all the power stations. I mean, obviously,
The stage, the lighting,
the stage is
speakers.
huge. Obviously, I like to see the entire organization get the event up to 50, 60,000. That's by year 10. I would love to be at the $60,000, $75,000. I know Eric's probably listening. Like, are you crazy right now, Guido? But there's no doubt in my mind we can't do it.
No, it'll happen. We'll get there.
It's big, but we have room to make this thing huge.
Yeah, we'll get there. And the nice thing is, Project Headspace and Timing, every donation that goes to them directly helps local veterans in need, and it's somebody within their organization that personally sees to it that the funds help somebody. And this isn't necessarily them walking up and handing money to somebody. Sometimes it's something as simple as taking a guy out fishing just to let him clear his head, and they hang out and have a conversation, or they go camping, or they might go hiking or mountain biking. One of the trucks that we also helped put together was the box truck for them. Like you said, the women in the strongman competition will be pulling that for their final event, and it's pretty big. If you get a chance, take a look at it. It's pretty cool. it'll be on display before they pull it. It's set up with a little bit of everything to see to it that they can take people out and have a good time. And I mean, I want to go out with these guys and use the thing. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I don't fish a whole lot, but I probably would.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see that for sure. Cool to see what they're doing. I talked to a couple guys that, we're going through some hard times, and Fat has saved their lives.
Yep. Whether it's a 10-minute conversation with them or taking them out somewhere or financially helping them, I mean, whatever. They're there. They've got their backs. They work as a team. And not all of them are veterans. I didn't serve. You didn't serve. We help those guys, and we're just 2 out of an uncountable list of civilians that have now started helping them as well. I do plan to have Eric on here. I'd love to talk about the event with him and what put him where he's at.
I think just our car show group alone, we started with 8 to 10 of us. Not one of us served, but now we're up to 19 people in our crew, and none of us have served. It's just, we can't thank them enough for our service, and we're trying to do what we can to show that.
That's it. It's our turn to give back.
And hopefully we can keep growing and, actually save them from the darkness, which is our overall goal.
And by doing that, that's everybody making an effort. That's everybody's way to contribute. So everybody that shows up, you show up with a car, you show up with a bike, you show up with a motorcycle, a golf cart, anything, doesn't matter. You're contributing to helping these guys. Every single person that steps foot onto the grounds, they buy something at the craft fair, they hang out, listen to a band, they have a conversation with somebody that's standing right there in the crowd, whatever. You don't know who you're talking to. You probably helped somebody's day just by having a conversation with them there. And I don't know. I don't want to go, too far into the sappy, But I mean, it's definitely cool. I mean, everybody seems to have a good time. The event as a whole is great. It's had a ton of positive feedback. The whole thing, the car show's been great. The whole event is fun. It's growing every year. We can't do it without everybody involved. We can't do it without the village and all the surrounding towns and all the people that show up. Like I said, I want to keep doing it until they don't want us to help anymore.
Until they tell us no.
That's it. So, thanks for getting us involved. Thanks for asking us to help. Let's keep growing this.
Keep growing. If you want to come meet us too, find us around 5:30. Well, my stretch levels are gone. Me and Nick will be by the cigar booth. Wife will probably be by the stage because her favorite band's playing. So, come meet us. We love to meet all the car guys. We met a few today that do a lot for us as well. The Misfits are huge with social media sharing.
Yep.
And like I said, we can't thank people enough for that. That small bit of just hitting that share button for us is so much.
Goes a long way.
So, everyone, you see the post, share them away for us.
Well, everybody, all 4 of you listening right now, thank you. We've got more to come. We've got more guests. We've got more stories. And I'm going to do my best to try to keep making this better and better. If you could, share it around. Follow our YouTube channel. It's on Explosive Customs. That's it. We're going to keep growing the show, the car show, the event. I'm going to try to grow this. And that's about it, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
talking
having me.
about the event. 2 more weeks, the stress level will be good.
No, we'll be right back playing the following year.
That's okay. I don't worry about it now. It's a fun event. It's a good time. I told you. It'll be a good day no matter what.
Yeah, we have that cigar, and then we're right on the plan the next year.
That's it. Probably start talking about it after we light them up. So, well, thank you, everybody, and we'll be back soon.